I just want to put it out there, if you are watching this video, the edit is terrible. Like, my life is still a mess, and my baby's now 12 weeks old, and this was taken the first week pre-COVID when we got home with the baby. So, I mean, I hope my content is better than this normally, but like, comment, subscribe, just play this in the background. It's a lot of musings about cloth diapering and pain about my C-section and me just trying to do household chores. Okay, enjoy! It is day 6 postpartum. The time is now 5 to 7 a.m. and I've just done a quick pump for comfort. Baby's last feed was at 4 a.m. So this is my little setup because my milk came through and I was so engorged and it was so hard. So I just did a really quick mini pump. So I use a U-Haul. That's an Avent bottle, but that's the U-Haul. This is a Haka collector. And I'm gonna teach you a hack. This is a good one for all the pumping mums out there. If you are working and you have access to a fridge, or if you are pumping and doing night feeds and still having to pump in the middle of the night, what you can do is you put your pump parts, you don't have to wash them, you put your pump parts in an allocated Ziploc bag, and then you stick them in the fridge so they get cold. So for your main pumps, so if I was on when Callum first came home, I couldn't feed him from my left side at all because my nipple was just too big for him. So we did, my kitchen's a mess, sorry. I would feed him from my right and pump my left so that they were still both getting used. And then now that he's just a couple days older, he can latch much more comfortably on the left, so I stopped pumping it. But then this morning, I felt like another big bout of milk came through and he wasn't due a feed, so I just needed to pump for comfort. I didn't want to drain the breast because I don't want to encourage oversupply, which is a terrible problem to have, like a terrible good problem to have, than the other one, which is low supply. But if you have low supply, just buy Milky Mama, it's fine. And then I'm gonna lay these flat in my freezer. I've got a little stash brewing. Perfect timing, the baby has woken up. So, he's woken up pretty extremely. Toddler is watching TV, because that's what you do. Let's go see him. It's okay, good morning. Oh, it's so bright, isn't it? Oh, good morning. Oh, is that better? Is that a bit better? Oh, should we change this diaper then, mister? At the moment, we're sort of doing like half disposable, half my boobs are just everywhere. I apologize. I'm much more modest in real life. It's a lie. But we're doing half disposable. Okay, we're doing like 80% disposable. I have newborn diapers, but when I've used them, they've leaked a little. And he just freaks out. We do a mixture of like the disposable and the reusable wipes as well. It just depends on what's sort of like next to me. So I'm gonna try a Grovia today. I've been using some Charlie Bananas, but these seem to run a little smaller. And I think these are an all-in-one, so I don't have to take this part out when I wash it. Just did our feed, watched a movie with George, like one of those mini movies on Disney. Gonna grab George some clothes, and then I'm gonna wake Dan up so he can take over and hold the baby for a bit. Because I don't think this little guy's gonna let me put him down. Just exhausted, but in a nice way, in like a very in love way. It's very different from my first pregnancy where I had postnatal depression. This is like, I feel like a completely different person, just so positive and supported as postpartum. Totally forgot it was New Year's Day and now everyone's texting me like, Happy New Year! And we're over here just like, I know what day it is. Alrighty, I'm making some breakfast. Breakfast number 1, just a snack. Bit of toast, and then I'm gonna make some porridge. Oats are great for breast milk. I'm gonna stick some Milky Mama in there, and it's gonna be a party. I have got the sterilizer going, sterilizing all my pump parts. Baby's back in the room with Dan. I'm gonna let him just sleep for a bit. He helped me out last night. He's been working on no sleep as well. They really need to change paternity leave laws, honestly. I don't know how anyone does it by themselves without help. And it just says to fathers that their role isn't important at home, which isn't true. And it kind of says that with the maternity leave laws as well. I get it, employers don't want to pay, but if the government subsidized a lot of it, it wouldn't matter. I think that that is enough standing for me for a little while. Just tidying up the kitchen a bit. I'm gonna sit and chill out and watch some TV with George and then wake Daddy up. And then it'll probably be time for another feed, and then I can sponge bath myself because I still have stitches in, so they can't get wet. 9:30 a.m. Totally leaked through with the cloth nappy. Don't know what I'm doing. So we're gonna change this diaper. Just had a sponge bath. I am now going to attempt to change laundry, which is the most physical activity I'm gonna do today. Is sit on a stool and put some laundry on. I am still figuring out cloth diapering, and I don't know how to do like a pre-soak on my washing machine, so I need to Google that. The diaper pails, which are huge, and they're perfect because they actually hold tons. How can a baby have accumulated so much in one day? Okay, the lobster goes on. Yeah, and then next is Nemo, the fish.
Where's Dory is from Nemo. It's the baby Nemo.
It's my first time leaving the house. Look at the little baby. We're gonna go to a restaurant just in the mall. I feel like I look homeless. I survived leaving the house, but I kind of wish that I hadn't in some ways. Oh no, look, little baby. We've both just woken up, I guess, from a nap. It's about 8 o'clock. We got back from food at maybe 5-ish, and I fed the baby and passed out. Yeah. I still haven't taken my laundry out of the machine, so I'm gonna feed the baby and then do that. And I put laundry in at like 11 a.m. and it's all the baby stuff, so I really wish that I had done that earlier instead of lying down, but I just hope it didn't stink. Still trying to figure everything out. Okay. Look at him. All right, I'm gonna do a diaper change. I ended up doing about 4 reusables today. No, that's a lie. Yeah, 4 reusables, 4 cloth diapers today, and then have just done disposables the rest of it. So still not doing half and half, but I'm trying. We're getting there. He keeps leaking. I'm doing something wrong. I've put it on a forum, so we'll see.